What's going on, everybody? My name is Franco Maldonado. I am the host of Wrestle Craze United Podcast, and today, my next guest coming on, and I'm wearing his hat as well. He is the Gator Man, the crazy Cajun, the master of the Gator roll, Jiah Jewell, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. How's it going? Sorry, I moved the camera up. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, there's people talking outside my window there. They just started talking once we started going. Well, how we doing, y'all? Thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here.
I know, Jiah. I appreciate you coming on, taking time out of your day, especially the busy WrestleMania week you had.
Oh, yeah, man. It was had a few matches down there, you could say the least.
Definitely, which we'll get into in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So again, thank you taking the time out of your day. And
Of course.
the way I'm going to start off, I always like to let every guest know how I discovered them.
Sounds good. I appreciate that. I'm actually curious myself.
Okay, so you came on my radar back in 2023, the start of 2023, and
Yep.
me and my brother went to one of the West Coast Pro shows. You were the first match we saw. It was you against Brett the Dread.
Yep, I remember that. West Coast, Best Coast, baby.
Yep, and I think it was considered the pre-show match or something like that.
Yeah, it was like pre-show match one, just something.
Yeah, and when we saw you come out, you were all like decked out in like camo, and then like you came out to like the swamp music at first.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, and then started to watch more of you, and obviously later on, me and my brother, we became good friends with you too, and notice how much you've been doing. You've done West Coast Pro, TWF, and then you did East Bay for a little bit, right?
Yep, I've done a few shows at East Bay. I was actually a TV television champion at TWF for a while. I've wrestled there. I wrestle still at Ugly Dojo as well. Obviously, West Coast Pro, that's my home promotion. That's where I train. That's where I stay. I've worked with Next Level. I've worked with... Oh gosh, I've done stuff with Ugwa. I was their Beast of the East champion for a while, which is like where kind of a little hardcore stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've worked with a lot of different companies out here in the Bay Area, at least, and then Big Time Wrestling, of course, that I'm getting to start to get more work with now that I've picked up my game a little bit. Yeah, it's just been a treasure trove of great places to work out here. So. Getting to learn different styles, different flavors, what suits this versus what suits that. Oh, maybe this should work. Oh, let's go give it a shot. And they run quite frequent, I will say. Everyone's got a pretty good schedule to where you can make it to where it's like, oh, I'm doing one show this weekend, but I'm doing 3 shows next weekend, and I'm doing 2 shows and 4 shows, and they're all in the Bay. And I've also wrestled with like Full Queer and all of them, doing the Folsom Street Fairs, and those are great events. I love those so much. Those are fun times. I can tell you some stories about those. But yeah, the wrestling scene out here is rich, and there's a lot of places you can wrestle. And especially as someone who I believe is still in my position and, trying to get better, got to get better every day. Having a bunch of places to be able to work at is amazing, of course.
Exactly, and what's good is like you not only have wrestled up throughout not just the Bay Area and Northern California in general. You've been out in SoCal, you've done Nevada, Texas, and Japan, which I will get into later on.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I'm going to start this off, Jiah, is I always give everybody the standard question first: is when did you discover wrestling? How old were you when you found it? And what memory did you have that made you become a fan?
Okay, this is like probably one of my earliest memories is actually when I became a fan of wrestling. So growing up, I would play like the Nintendo 64, right? Like as a young kid, I would say I was about like 5 at the time. But we would play N64, right? We would play No Mercy. And I was like, yo, this is sick. And then also at the same time, my dad had a bunch of like wrestling magazines and like wrestling books from like late 80s or early 90s, like George Napolitano works, some like 90, 94, 95 WWF magazines.
Wow.
Just randomly scattered in between stuff. So I knew what wrestling was. And then my mom, funnily enough, I was out with my mom shopping and she found a wrestling tape at the store we were at. So she bought it for me because she knew I liked wrestling. Or at least the concept of wrestling from the video game where I was getting into it, right? That was the Three Faces of Foley VHS. So
Oh.
the first match I ever saw was Undertaker versus Mankind, Hell in a Cell.
Wow.
And I'm like 5 years old, and I'm watching Mankind get thrown off the Hell in the Cell, and I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. Terry Funk's out there, I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is amazing. So I would watch the tape over and over again just to watch the match. And then eventually I was like scrolling through the channels as a kid because I would always try and scroll through and find things, which I'll touch more on later because I keep doing this. I found WWE SmackDown, and I was like, oh, I know what that is. Like, so I clicked on it. And then, so the second match I ever watched was Edge versus Eddie Guerrero in their ladder match, like in that like super. So the first two matches I ever watched was Undertaker versus Mankind, Hell in a Cell, and then Edge versus Guerrero ladder match on SmackDown, which is like considered like a SmackDown classic or whatever. So it was like, all right, and then I think the third match had like Rey Mysterio in it. So I was like, all right, this is all awesome. And then from there, I just kind of did the same thing growing up. Like, I was weird because, like, growing up at least, because I knew what WWE was, but I also knew what, like, Ring of Honor was. I had a concept of Ring of Honor because I'd read, like, PWI.
Yeah.
And I had, like, the O2, best of O2 PWI growing up. So I knew what, like, Ring of Honor was, but I didn't know how to watch it, obviously, because you had to buy DVDs, and I was a kid and I didn't understand that. But I would scroll through the TV and I would see like Lucha Libre, and I eventually learned what Lucha Libre meant, and I was like, oh. So I would watch like AAA and like CMLL, and, like Galavision and like Telemundo, and then eventually I found TNA in like 2004 when they were still on Fox Sports 1, and then I would watch TNA and then like Wrestling Society X, and then
my God.
And then I also was good with being on the internet as a kid. So, like, I would Google search things and just be like, oh, wrestling this or whatever. And that's how I found out a lot about, like, the history and, like, independence and, like, found all the crazy stuff that I'm still into this day. So, thank you, Mom, for buying me Undertaker versus Mankind Hell in a Cell match and showing me that as a young, impressionable 5-year-old. And here we are today.
Wow, that is an insane history right there. And that your first intro was Mankind and Undertaker in the Hell in a Cell, and I have the DVD of it actually.
Yeah.
And but Ring of Honor though, that was like really hard to find because it was like an East Coast thing at the time during the 2000s, and they wouldn't pop it up nationally out in the entire U.S.
Yeah, so what I would do is I wasn't able to like watch it like as a kid, right? But like I would read the PWIs every week and I would read the Ring of Honor columns. So I was like
the results and stuff.
Yeah, because it would post like the results and stuff, and I'd be like, "What is Eddie Guerrero wrestling super crazy in this place called Ring of Honor for?" Or stuff like that, And I would see how they would highly rank them, and then I think it was probably when YouTube came out. That's when I started to be able to watch. I just looked up Ring of Honor on there, and someone bootlegged it, and I was 10 years old, so I didn't have any concept of bootlegging or anything. I just saw a YouTube video of Ring of Honor and I watched it.
Yeah.
And then they ended up doing the HD Net show, which was like the YouTube, or like it was like broadcast, but it was like their syndicated stuff before Sinclair. It was like 2010, I think.
I believe so, because I found it on when we used to have Dish as our cable before we switched to Comcast.
Yep. And then, so I found it on there, and then they would also upload their matches to YouTube, so I would be able to watch it on there, and just keep up with like ROH. There's like a really good I think it's either Steen Erico and the Briscoes or Steen versus Generico, but it's a really good ladder war on there.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I recommend people go look that out. That match did things for me as a kid. I was like, whoa, wrestling could be this way.
Yeah.
Um, and then trying to think, indie wrestling. I went to an indie show when I was 7 because it was
Oh,
at a
wow.
concert that my parents went to. So it was like they saw Static X, and I saw there was a wrestling ring over there, and I ran to the wrestling show. And I was like, what the hell? This is independent wrestling. These things happen. Okay. And I couldn't find another local show until like, what, 5 to 6 years. But then I started going to pro wrestling Bushido shows as a kid. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, Bobby Hart used to run that place. And then like it'd be crazy because like I was starting at this point. I was like getting good with like finding the internet stuff and like
Yeah.
I was like very young on message boards, which is probably not a very good idea and probably why I am the way I am today. But like, um, so I was keeping up with everything going on, and then they would bring in like crazy names. It'd be like all the local guys who were good, mind you, and then it'd be like the first show had like Paul London, Delirious, Jimmy Rave, and like I was like in like 2009, I was like, whoa, that's crazy, right? Or like 2010.
Yeah.
And they would just bring in like people you'd see on like ROH and PWG all the time, and just like they had a run in from the franchise. Uh, Shane Douglas once. It was really fun stuff, and it was cool to see like indie wrestling, um, good indie wrestling
Yeah.
at that level, up close. I did go to a PWG show as a kid too.
Oh,
Um,
lucky.
yeah, I got to go to the Reseda VFW, bang on the wall and everything. Um, yeah, it was a magic night. That place ruled.
Oh, wow. That is insane. And then you were just like a pure fan. Like you didn't just follow the mainstream stuff. You followed indies, which was really uncalled for back in the 2000s, unless you were that big into it.
I mean, I was young and I had the access to the internet and I had time.
Yeah.
So, and my parents were like, "Well, you're like looking up, like you're doing research." It was
Hmm.
kind of like I'm doing research, or like they
Yeah.
weren't really mad at it because it was like, okay, at least it's like a sport, like
Hmm.
they weren't mad at me ever like watching like sport or like like whatever, anything that you may want to like put within
Yeah.
that. It was
Yeah.
like if I'm sitting around watching cartoons all day, there's a problem. But if I'm like watching like stuff, my dad would normally like pull up and watch with me or something like that.
Yeah.
Especially if it was like MMA. We used to watch. My dad and I used to be really big fans of World Extreme Cage Fighting, the WEC. Um, so yeah, we would just do stuff like that, and just I would just go on the internet and Google things, and
Yeah.
then just find like music videos of people back in the day. I'm pretty sure Rob Viper uploaded a lot of them, but
Yeah.
him, and then there was this other guy who I forget what his name is, but he used to upload all the Big Japan stuff. In like 2000, like in 2006 or 7, he just started uploading like everything. So like
Wow.
I was like a young kid and I knew everything going on in Big Japan, and I was like caught up on it because they didn't know what was going on, and it all
Yeah.
got uploaded to YouTube in full, so I knew what was going on. And that helps me
Uh, definitely,
independent.
man. Like, did you ever phased out of it a little bit? Because I know every fan has phased out once in their life before.
Yeah, I did a little bit. Like I would say, like when I went to college, just for like the first couple of moments.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I was still trying to like figure out my bearings and stuff. I was like, man, I'm not in the place I'm at, like
Yeah.
um so I like a lot of other things took focus, but like once I got everything like kind of like okay, a lot better, then I got back into it just by like not watching WWE stuff. It was just by watching indie stuff and just being like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this is super sick. I remember why I missed this.
Nice.
So
And then sidetrack. You said college. Where did you go at?
I went to Nevada, Reno. So I went to college up there. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I don't really have anything more to say about that, but I was there. I did graduate though.
Oh, what did you major in? Like, what was your
I have a
degree?
I have a journalism degree. So
Oh,
oddly
that's
enough,
what's up.
yeah, it's like focus in strategic communications or something, and then like a history minor. Because I just took a bunch of history courses, and they were just like, "Well, you have a minor." And I was like, "Okay."
I mean, whatever helps boost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were just like, "Yeah, yeah, you're good." I was like,
Okay.
"Okay."
All
So
right. No, but like, I was like you. I phased out of wrestling for like 4 years, and this was
Mhm.
during high school when
Yeah.
it was like 2011. I just didn't think it was getting good anymore, and I always tell this on my show that it got me completely done with wrestling was when I saw Jeff Hardy versus Sting in Victory Road.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, after when I found out a day later that he was completely on drugs during the match and they didn't do anything to stop it, I got so pissed. And I was like, I'm done. I don't want to watch wrestling no more.
Yeah.
And I was 2015. My younger brother actually got me back into wrestling,
Hmm.
and he wanted me to see the show on El Rey, and I was like, dude, I don't want to watch wrestling. He's like, dude, no, no, Bancho, you need to watch Lucha Underground. This shit is wild as hell.
Hmm.
And it got me back. And the match I remembered that got me back was Vampiro versus Penta.
Dude, I love that match. Love that match.
Yeah,
So good.
it was so crazy, and I have never felt into it in a long time. I was like, I'm back.
Yep. Yeah, I think my little lapse was when I think Triple H beat Sting at WrestleMania, and I was like, "All right, yeah, no, I'm cool, bro." Like,
Oh,
I was like, Crow Sting is like one of my favorite wrestlers ever. Like, I think
yeah,
that is like I think Crow Sting in like '97 is the coolest wrestler of all time.
yeah, it
Um,
was.
and I saw that, and I was like, "Nah, bro, like I'm good. Like, y'all jobbed out Sting, like." Like, damn,
I
bro. Like,
I get you.
everyone wanted to see Sting win, man. Like, like, but
Well, it was his
after
first
that,
WWE match, and then that's how he repaid.
yeah. Mm. But
I
it's a business. Things happen, so
exactly.
it's all good. But here we are
Nah.
now, back in the thick of things.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Next thing I was gonna bring up now. Okay. You brought up college. You graduated. After that, did you thought about going into wrestling training right after you graduated, or did it take a while for you to think about that before you decided?
Yeah, so I was in training right before I graduated.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, I started January 1st, 2020, which is a really funny day to start.
Yeah.
I picked that day because it'd be easy for me to remember the first day of training, right?
Right.
Um, I was like, new year, new decade, let's fucking do this. Pardon my language, sorry.
You're good.
Um, thank you. I was like, let's do this. And this was up in Reno. So I went to the Wrestling Academy of Reno. And my first trainers up there were like Luster the Legend and a guy by the name of Brian Brieger. Uh,
Okay.
Brian Brieger is most notably known for having his boots lit on fire on WWF TV by Papa Shango.
What the hell?
Yes. So he would teach us the basics, and then Luster would show us the inner workings.
Oh,
First,
okay.
first couple of weeks, or the first couple of months, I was there 4 to 5 times a week, um, training, doing as much as I could. And then I remember the date. It was March 11th. We got told to shut down because of COVID,
Yeah.
and eventually, some of us signed waivers to be like, all right, like we'll like I don't want to say like congregate like super close space, but like we'll
Mhm.
meet up outside and like wear masks and everything and like work out together and like do stuff that we can do. So we
Oh,
would do. It was really weird. So like we would all like we had the ring,
yeah.
and then it'd be like it was like a big warehouse, and then we'd have some people, most of the people outside because we were going by the 6 foot rule. Like we were being like very COVID compliant. And
Okay.
um like we would sanitize the ring after every time someone would go in and out. So
Oh,
we would do a lot of like we would work on bumps and like going over the ropes and everything like that, but we couldn't do
mhm.
any contact. So it was a lot of stuff like working on rope work or everything, and then after that you'd wipe the ring off, and then it'd be like, okay, next person can go in.
That's got to be. I'm not gonna. I don't know how to say it. Like, kind of annoying to repeat that pattern. That must have been a pain in the ass with a lot of you.
Yeah, it was, but it made everyone better because all of our cardio got really good because we were forced to do all of our
Oh, I
drills
didn't know
with
that.
masks on,
Uh,
because we were being COVID compliant, just in case,
yeah,
um, no one wanted to get sick either. So, um, yeah, we all kind of were just like, yeah, if you want it, we want to do this, and then eventually, up in Reno, at least, like things loosened up and like whatever.
yeah.
I eventually got to debut 21 months later, September 2021.
Oh,
Um, and then from there, just started rolling.
oh, nice. And okay, because like you the way I was expecting, like when you said when I asked about training, I was like, wait a minute, Reno. You started in Reno first because I thought like, oh, you started over at West Coast Pro or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm giving you like a little timeline. So I started in 2021 up there, right?
Yeah,
School's open, things are good, people are paying, everything seems fine, right?
yeah.
5 months later, we get a message being like, hey, school is closing down. We don't know when we're going
Ooh,
to open. It's best to go find your learning on the road. And I was like, what? Okay. And like, so I was like, okay. And it was November of 2022. I remember this. It was November of 2022 was when this
yeah.
happened. Because we did the next summer, and we were starting to get a little bit of confidence in doing something.
Hmm.
Um, all right, no, it was. Sorry, the wrestler brain's kicking in.
Nah, you're good.
No, because that would mean no. So this was like actually like 20. This must have been like the right at the start of 2022. Then it was
Oh,
really
okay.
early. Because I remember we were like, what? Like it was like I think it might have been right before Christmas. Now that I think about it, because and then it was like okay, I started going places, and I was like, okay, I'm really just trying to find a school. And then I did a West Coast Pro seminar, and I was like, "Yo, you guys are bringing in Chris Hero? Like, what? Like, dude, that guy rules. Like, that's where I want to go." So I went there, and then they did a Mike Bailey one, and I went to that one as well. And I would drive down a car of guys from Reno, and I would do ring crew for them, and be like, "Hey, like, it's the Reno guy, just here to help airport, whatever people need, drop offs, anything
Yeah,
like that." And then I told him, I was like, hey, I'm actually looking at moving to come train with y'all. Is that okay? Like, I don't know. Do I have to restart from beginner? Like, I was just like, I just want to come train with y'all and like get better. So I eventually got it figured out to I'm in where I'm at now. My
yeah,
my quarters, as I'll call it, uh, here in San Francisco. Um, Figure that out, and then I told him I was coming in August of 2022, but I showed up July 1st because I skipped a month off of my lease and just like
oh,
traded off back there in Reno just so I could drive and come to training immediately.
yeah.
And
Ooh,
yeah, so I started at West Coast July of 2022, and this is something I like about West Coast is that there wasn't that like, oh, you're a wrestler that just moved here. I mean, which is great. We love that, right? Like
yeah.
that shows a lot of determination off the jump. But
Mhm.
then it's like, okay, well, let's see what you're doing. Let's see how we can fix you. I started, Vinny's my trainer, Starboy's my trainer,
Oh,
Aaron
nice.
Solo's my trainer, Levi's my trainer. Um, so being there, it was like, oh, I'm doing this wrong, and this wrong. Oh, okay. Um, and it was good on the sense that like we had to like wait and not be on the shows yet, being like
Yeah,
wait, patience. And then 2023 happens. JT's about to debut his first match, right?
Mm-hmm.
The person that was supposed to be booked, he was supposed to be booked against, had to pull last second, like family emergency or something like that.
Yeah.
So, like, valid reason. I was like, oh, hope they're okay. But then they were like, yeah, no, that's you, Jiah. You're gonna go. You and JT are gonna have a match on the West Coast show.
Oh,
And then
nice.
it was JT's first match too, so he's like, ugh. um, I love the JT Thorne, even though he doesn't really like me, but I made him quit. That's how it go. Uh, but yeah, so that Sacramento show happened, and nobody knew we were wrestling on it. And I just remember looking out, being like, had these stupid little like cut off shorts on, but
Yeah.
it was great. And then the performance there led into me wrestling because Brett the Threat was also on that show. I think it was like 3 cheers for Sweet Revenge in 2023, the Sacramento Colonial show.
That's the one with Carl Fredericks was in it, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, okay, there's that one. All right.
Yeah, and then I got the West Coast Best Coast show the month after.
Yep.
Brett and I both did. And then just from there, it was a matter of like, okay, I got a taste of it. Now, how am I getting better everywhere else to come back? And it
Mm-hmm.
was like, all right, we're in an 8-man tag. Like, you got your shine. Let's go, baby. You got to get it going. Like, go crazy. And then ever since then, it's just been like, every day I wake up knowing that like it's not like, oh, I gotta protect my spot, brother. Like, I don't want to be like that, but it's knowing
Yeah.
that like this is something that like I don't want to let go.
Yeah.
So I have to work hard each and every day, whether it be mentally, physically,
Mm-hmm.
thinking about wrestling, performing wrestling, working on my body, working on my cardio, everything that goes into wrestling. It's like if my mind's there and I keep going every day and I keep doing what I'm doing at this
Yep.
rate, it's looking pretty good. So, and just trusting myself and my gut and my instincts
Yep.
comes to things.
I mean, I get it. I mean, like, come on. Like, I've been seeing you in person competing, and obviously you put up the work, and you put up great matches. And I'm not saying that as a kiss ass answer because I really do mean that
Thank
for
you.
real.
I appreciate that. Francisco said it, not me.
Nah, like, come on. Like, you've even faced a lot of big names after that, and that some of that I'll get into later. But next thing I want to bring up is I would say probably your first biggest feud, and you brought him up already, JT Thorne.
Hi, JT. Hope you're listening. Um, Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
Nah, you're good. Yeah. So the feud, and then obviously I might joke a little bit about the emo haircut though. My brother has already.
Hey, don't bother me none.
Nah, but like, what was going on between you two once the feud began?
Well, it was interesting, Like, I think a lot of it was, and now I'm just this is theory, right? Because we
Hmm.
never really got to the end of it.
Yeah.
We never really boiled it down, or talked it out. We hashed it out. We sure did, but we never really talked it out.
Oh,
But what I believe is that he was injured for a lot of 2023 coming into
uh,
2024, I
oh
believe.
yeah, I remembered. It was a ACL, right?
Yeah, it was something like massive. And I was
Oh, okay.
actually in his last match. I was his tag partner that night
Mhm.
before the injury. Um, I had wrestled him the night before, and then we wrestled together as a tag team that night. What I think is what happened is that he saw the opportunities that I was getting, and he felt that like I'd come and taken those away from him versus earning them myself.
Uh-huh.
Uh, my response to that would be, well, there's not much you can do when you have a torn ACL, and you can't be mad at me for going and taking the dog and running with it.
Exactly.
But I if that is the case, I understand. I there's an understand. It's a weird understanding of wrestlers, right? It's like they're either friends till the end or someone's got to betray somebody, and like especially when like if you look at like a lot of the young cats that come up in wrestling, you find out who eventually feels confident enough to start straying on their own path and
Yep.
behaving out of line. I mean, I've been known to do that every once in a while, but I keep it. I'm on my goody goody two shoes behavior around where I'm mostly at.
Yeah.
But with him, it was just like, man, that's my, brothers fight. Brothers fight. We make up, and we're probably gonna fight again. We're probably gonna make up again.
Yeah.
It was cool saying, like, even though that he has that animosity towards me, it was good seeing him on the Marvelous show down in and the West Coast versus the World show down at in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what he needs to do is just focus on who he is and making his shit pop off like I did. Pardon the language there. Once again, you might have to hit the red button on that. But
Oh, don't worry about it, man. We can cuss if we want.
I'll try not to. Pardon me for the younger ones at home.
No, you're good.
But in terms of like, I love JT to death, right? I mean, he's a great wrestler. He has very sneaky techniques and one of like the most craziest Boston crabs I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's really effective. It's very painful. I think he needs to, if he worries about himself as much and what he's doing as much as he did trying to mess with me and ruin what I was doing.
Yeah.
He's gonna be right there with me. We're gonna be looking eye to eye again.
Yeah.
And hopefully this time it's not because he backstabbed me and then I went to Japan, then he went to Japan. He was like it was like he was chasing me around the world. A little late there though, JT. But I think where he's at now and where like at least showing up against Manders, I was like, oh, right on, man. That's cool. It's good that he's getting that opportunity, And I mean, I wrestled Manders, and I also know what Manders can do in the ring. So I was like, right on, go out there and kill it.
Exactly.
Don't get killed, maybe, but I wish JT nothing but the best, man. Like, I had to do what I had to do, though. Like,
Well, showed
like
in that I Quit match.
Yeah, it was, and like thumbtacks, I love them. They hurt like heck, though. They hurt like heck.
I bet.
But it's like a stimulation for me. It's like, oh, now, like, like like the eyes really get popping out of like the sockets.
Like an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, it's like an extra adrenaline rush when those happen. When thumbtacks happen, like it happens all the time. But yeah, I mean that's why they do the gator roll in them because I know they don't like it, but for me it's an adrenaline rush. So it helps the gator roll because I tighten up even more on the choke. So actually, what it does is it actually goes like so. If I'm here, right, I'm going back and forth, but the tacks are in my back. I'm actually doing this, which is actually increasing the pressure on the neck. So it actually makes it a more effective move, and both the thumbtacks being there as well as the vice grip.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because that was a grueling match. As soon as I saw what you brought up the thumbtack gator roll, I was like, "Oh my god, what the? Oh, that's damn."
Yeah, I've been known to do that. I like it. Like I said, it's a stimulation. And just oh man, but they do hurt. I do not recommend trying that one at home. Also, I got to give the best one though. I got to tell you, there's a really funny story about thumbtacks. At least back when JT and I were on more talking terms. This would always pop us. We were talking about like weapons matches or whatever. And Big Ugly comes up to us and he goes, "You know what I do in a thumbtack match?" We love Big Ugly, by the way. I love Big Ugly. Thank you for everything. He just goes, picks up a thumbtack, puts it on his thumb, and just goes like that right in the dude's forehead. And I'm like, we all started erupting laughing. But like,
Oh,
the more I thought about it, like in your opinion, do you think one thumbtack hurts more than a bunch all over the place, or
I would say a bunch. Like,
yeah, it's just like yeah, it's like I want to say like the it probably is the bunch, but you know like the idea of
yeah,
just putting one in is just like
yeah. No,
hard.
I thought the worst pain I've ever felt was I accidentally stapled myself when I was a teenager, and it was actually a staple gun.
Oh yeah, well depending on how big the staple was, that's
It wasn't the industrial ones, like
okay.
it was like the smaller ones. And
That still hurt, man.
I didn't know I had it aiming at me because I wasn't paying attention, and then I heard, and I was like, ah,
Oh yeah.
and I was,
Yeah, you felt that, man. I've gotten staple gunned a few times. Funny Bone got me in the groin region once.
ooh.
That one hurt. Yeah, I love the Funny Bone though. Funny Bone's a cool dude, man. I love
No,
Funny
that
Bone.
shit's painful though.
Yeah, I mean, I deserved it. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, he was in the right. Like, I was a little young punk that day. I had some spirits were conjuring up in the Cajun's mind that day, and I was a young, impressionable wrestler, so I kind of went with it. I mean, I won the match, so I mean, I got a pinfall victory over Juicy Finale and Funny Bone in a 3-way death match, but like, which is really funny to say after the fact. But if you look at that match, it's like, oh yeah, Jiah deserved everything he got in there. So hold on,
Yeah.
go move inside real quick, or I'm gonna go switch locations.
Okay.
Yep, give it 1 second.
Mm.
Howdy, howdy. Oh wait, that would be to the voices. Hold on. Let's do this. This is a close up of my face. I am sorry for all the video watchers at home.
You're good, dude.
All right, and then all right, cool. Really at my quarters now. All right,
Oh, nice.
awesome. There we go. A little bit of light. So
All right.
yeah, okay, we're good. My bad.
Nah, you're good, John. You're good, dude. All right. Anyways, other than that, there was something I wanted to get to. Obviously, West Coast Pro has a good partnership with Marvelous.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You get the call to go to Japan. Was that how did that come up for you? Like, what was your reaction? You were like, "Oh shit, I'm going to Japan." What the fuck?
Yeah. I like you can see it behind me. Like I have a wrestling and romance
Yeah,
poster.
yeah.
For me, what really made me fall in love with wrestling was Japanese wrestling. Like I kind of touched
Oh,
on it earlier about watching Big Japan. Um,
yeah,
that is the company I blame for everything. I mean, you know, for everything I like in wrestling.
yeah.
That was my jam. So when I started wrestling, the first day they asked me, what's your penultimate goal in wrestling?" And they can like, don't. This is in Reno, mind you. My first day of class ever.
Oh,
And I
okay.
did the workouts and everything, and they're like, you can say something stupid like, "I want to be WWE champion" or whatever. And I was like, nope. If I
Uh,
ever get to wrestle in Japan in Korakuen Hall, like, like you know, like
that was your goal.
my goal was to wrestle in Korakuen Hall. Yes.
Wow.
I view it for me personally. That's like a holy ground. Um, I'm proud to say I've seen shows in every section of Korakuen Hall. I've been in the orange bleachers. I've been on every side of the bleachers. I've also been in both sides of the balconies. Um, and
Nice.
just like it's a that place is like sacred ground for me. And I've wrestled there twice now, and that's still like messes with my mind a bit, just because of
Uh-huh.
like I'm like, oh my god, dude, Korakuen Hall, like the place of the immortals, if you ask me. Um,
Yeah.
and just being able to do that, and just being able to say I did that, was what I wanted out of wrestling to begin with. So we're
Oh.
at West Coast, they were like, "What is your goal?" And I was like, "Well, I want to go wrestle in Japan." Um, Eventually, I get the message being like, "So you're being serious, right?" And I was like, "About going to Japan?" Yeah. And they're like, all right, you're gonna go at this date." And I was like, "What?"
Oh,
um, because that was 2024 that I was going. So
yeah,
2023, I was doing pretty good, doing the matches, and then going in 2024, and I went with Titus, Charlie, Brooke, and El Kukui. I was like, oh my god, this is going to be so sweet. I'm going to learn about so much wrestling. I'm going to be just surrounded by it the whole time. I'm going to be enthralled by it.
yeah.
The reaction I had to it was I was like, oh my god, okay. And then when I was at the airport, because we all flew there individually,
Oh,
I was
okay.
at the airport, like, I had a moment, like, to myself in the bathroom where I was like, you're really about to go do this right now, dude. Like, you literally quit your jobs and are going to go live in Japan for 3 months. I got my
That,
job. I got one of my jobs back immediately after I got back, so I didn't
oh,
trip.
okay.
They were just like, they told me for, like, courtesy, like, they're like, you have to quit technically, but, like, we'll just rehire you back. Because, like, yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
need to go to. They're like, dude, you're going to go have 3 months in Japan? Like, yeah, see you later, bro.
Hey, well, that's really good. And then, just a sidetrack. Out of curiosity, was that your first time leaving the U.S. ever?
No, I had been to Costa Rica once before.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, Costa Rica is a beautiful country. I went there, freshman year of college or something like that. So, um, I was like
Oh,
19
okay.
in Costa Rica, which is insane because the legal drinking age there is 18, or it's 21 in the U.S. So that was a
uh,
fun time.
Hold on, let me just sidetrack one more time. Okay, so I've traveled to 20 countries. 18 of them were in Europe. Their
Beautiful.
their age of consent for drinking is wild as fuck to me. Like some are
Yeah.
18, and then there was like one I went to. It was 16. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, okay. Like, I just remember being 19 and being like, I remember being, I remember us landing in Costa Rica and we got into like the Sprinter van that was taking us to wherever we were going. Like
Yeah.
we got picked up or something. It was someone else arranged it or whatever.
Oh,
Um, and we get in the car and the driver starts driving. Like we get out of wherever, and it was like I think it's kind of we were by where like Jurassic World was shot, whenever whichever one of those it was.
yeah.
But the guy pulls over to a store and he goes, "Oh, you guys get bebidas, like drinks." And he goes, "You guys can drink alcohol in here." And I was like, and then
Oh,
yeah, from
that
there,
freaked you out.
no, I was like, "This is amazing." Like, I don't think this is right, but like, who am I to come to a country and tell them what's right and wrong in their country? Uh,
True.
so, as a 19-year-old who didn't have to drive in Costa Rica, I had a very fun time. Um,
And then all right, so all right, back to Japan. So Japan, you get in. You had when you got out of the airport, you were like, "Oh my God, I'm here. I'm in
yeah,
Japan."
yeah, because the way it happens is you like walk down like you come in through if you're flying in Narita at least, which I highly recommend flying in Narita. It's way cheaper and the train system there is all in English.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so you fly into Narita and then you get taken off this thing and then you go down these escalators and it says like the Welcome to Japan thing that you see everyone post on their stories.
Yeah.
And then you go through immigration, customs, whatever, and then you just pop out on the other side. And the first time I went, I didn't know who was picking me up. So I like they didn't
Oh.
send me a picture or anything, so I just sent them a picture of me doing this. I just recreated what I was wearing, like, and I just walked around and I was like, and then they just ran up to me and just went, JJ, or no, Jiah. And I was like, oh, hi, marvelous. And they were like, yes. And I was like, okay. And then I just hopped into a car. Um, Shout out to Shiho-san. She is amazing. She speaks very good English too, I learned. Um,
Nice.
and she like took me to like the konbini for the first time and everything. And I'll never forget the first night there because I get there and Charlie and Titus are there. Um, and I walk in because I didn't get in till like 10:30 or something. Like I didn't get back to the apartment until like
Oh,
10:30 or 11. And
dang.
then I go in and everyone's like, ah, like like oh shit, we're all here in Japan. Um, and then like immediately the soju came out, and like we we drank a lot of soju that night, just celebratory, and yeah, from there it was just a lot of learning, a lot of being like. So what I would do at least is I would try to do one thing wrestling related every day, whether
Yeah.
obviously training, but like I would do training, or I would go to like a wrestling themed steakhouse, or like a wrestling themed bar, or I'd go to a wrestling
Hmm.
shop, or I would go and try and figure out about this, or like I made it a
Yeah.
point to be like, okay, or keep up with this, or maybe I go to a show today, maybe I'll go watch Jun Kasai wrestle in a crazy ass death match, like um
That's a
I
bucket list thing for me.
yeah, it's amazing. So I would just try and do stuff like that every day while also maintaining and like building camaraderie with Charlie, Titus, Brooke, Kukui, and like
Yeah.
it was the same way this year with Levi. Um, it was a lot more fun with Levi because I said he's my trainer, but he had never been to Japan before, but I had, so I had to show him around. So it was a funny
Oh,
like role reversal.
yeah.
Um, but the time in Japan, man, it's the way they look at wrestling and like the way they like it's it's slightly different, but it's really all based
Hmm.
like Japanese wrestling is not much different than American wrestling. There's certain things where you're like, okay, like I don't know why, but okay, that works. But that's also you can be said vice versa. Um, but a lot of it's still rooted in just having a good wrestling match. And
Yeah.
like being over there with the Marvelous Dojo was Mio-san was making us run, do push-ups, crunches, neck raises, neck bridges, headstands, handstands,
Ooh.
like whole bunch of things. But she really like both times I came back from being with her for 3 months, I gained 20 pounds of good weight, So
Yeah.
uh, that's another thing too. Is like if you're going to Japan, especially as a wrestler, and like you need to gain 15 pounds or you need to lose 10 pounds, it's very easy because a lot of their food over there is very clean and very
Yeah.
like, oh, it's this, this, and this. And there's no like preservative or artificialness. So,
Yeah.
like I would just go eat, and then like the price of food over there is way cheaper than the cost of living here. So I was just like, whoa, I'm getting a great dinner for like how much? And then,
Yeah. That's what my aunt was telling me because she went to Japan last January and she said
yeah.
how cheap it was. But she didn't go to a lot of restaurants. She actually just she was obsessed with the 7-Elevens out there.
Oh yeah, no, convenient. Yeah. So all right, I'm gonna give. All right, I'm gonna already create my own power ranking for you because I need to spit this right now because this
Of
might be a
course.
hot take.
Yeah.
Um, the best combini out there, uh, I'm biased, is Lawson number one. Um,
Oh,
if you've been to the Lawson by the Marvelous Dojo, you would know why. They took care of us. They took care of me both tours. Like the working staff there. Sorry, I'm scratching my back. Uh, but the working staff there like genuinely like took care of me, and they're like, "Oh, JJ-san," and then like do the gator clap at me, and then because
yeah.
I would go in there and buy like weekly pro wrestling every week. They're like, "Oh, you're on page 37," or like.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they would like, oh, you need three, right? And they would like have them pulled aside for me and everything. So,
Dang.
um, I love them to death. So like I will, I like that's the greatest one ever. I can't speak on very many other Lawsons because I didn't go to other Lawsons really. I just went to that one because
No, no
if I
worries.
wasn't at that Lawson, I was going to Family Mart. I am a Family Mart man. Uh,
Mhm.
Family Chickies for life. Um, Family Chickies for life. 7-Eleven out there is also a mind blowing experience. Um,
Yeah. That's what she was telling me.
it's mind blowing. I just love I love Lawson obviously because of the family that ran the one by the
Mhm.
Marvelous Dojo. But if I'm on a street corner and I see Family Mart and 7-Eleven, I'm going in the Family Mart. Because
Ooh,
they also have the coolest socks in the game too. You'll see a bunch of wrestlers when they come back from Japan. They'll have like the black socks or the white socks with the blue and green stripes. Those are
oh,
Family Mart socks.
okay. I am gonna put a note into that because I do plan on doing Japan later on.
Oh yeah, definitely go, and like any conveni you go to is going to be great. Honestly, like mini stops are great. There's a few regional ones depending on where you're at. I know Hokkaido has their own, maybe Fukuoka, maybe Okinawa.
Mhm.
But I know Hokkaido has their own regional one, and they may serve different things if you go there. So,
Yeah.
which I do recommend. I've actually, funnily enough, this is going to be my one flex piece for the day. I've actually wrestled in I wrestled in Hokkaido, wrestled in Tokyo, I wrestled in Osaka, and I've also wrestled in Fukuoka. Which is
Ooh,
really cool for me as like a fan of Japanese wrestling to be like, I wrestled here, 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 here. I've pretty much done the entire length of the mainland country.
yeah.
Um,
That
sorry,
is
I needed to put
insane.
that out there. I looked at that
Nah,
yesterday and I was like, whoa.
nah, Jiah, you're good, dude. Like, I get hell. That's like accomplishments right there, and like outside your matches in Japan and training, everything wrestling related. Like, I need to ask this because you went to Japan. Did you get a Ribera jacket? Oh shit, you really did. Oh, no way. The
Yeah, I got
legendary
a Ribera.
jacket.
Yeah, I got a Ribera, baby. Um, so funnily enough, I went there with a very well known sponsor in the Tokyo wrestling scene.
Uh,
I went there with Titus actually, and we both got jackets that day. He also, I guess, knew the owner of Ribera, but
wow.
which I was like, oh, that probably helps.
Yeah,
And then
big
the
time.
second time, yeah, and then the second time we went, we got Levi his jacket. So when we went the second tour, I told him, I was like, me, I already have jacket, but him need. And we went twice, so he could get it on the second day. But
That is insane.
yeah, we got it. I got it, and I was like, ah, like in the middle of like the street in Tokyo, everyone was looking at me crazy, and I was just
Oh,
like running
you're,
around, like yeah,
you're
like
like in your mind. You're in your mind like I don't give a shit if I embarrass myself. This is the best thing of my life.
oh, I was like, I don't care if I look like a stupid American right now. Like this is insane. I wore that jacket for the first booking I had back.
Mhm.
Because when I returned from Japan the first time, I came back, and then the next day I had the Dennis Richmond Invitational, which
Yeah.
was 8-man tournament, and so I pull up because I flew in the day before, and so funnily enough, I've also trained in two different countries on the same day.
Yeah.
So because before I left Japan, I trained at Marvelous that morning, got on my
Mhm.
flight, landed back in the Bay at 5 p.m. on the same day because of the time lapse, and I went right
Yeah.
from the airport to the dojo and like did a workout training session. So I could be like, I
Oof.
wrestled in two different, or I trained in two different countries on the same day.
Okay, that's an accomplishment right there.
Yeah, but going back to that, I pull up at the Dennis Richmond Invitational, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna piss everybody off or make people jealous." So I wore the
Oh my
Ribera, and
god.
everyone was just like, "Oh!" And all I remember is glaze, like everyone being the homie and everything. And then Levi comes up to me, Levi Shapiro, and he goes, I better not see you wear that jacket to another wrestling show again." I start laughing at him, and I'm like, dude, I had to do it for the one time. He was like, no, you're absolutely right. You absolutely got to flex it one time. And
Hey,
then I won the
I
tournament
understand.
that day. So every time I wear a Ribera
Yep.
jacket to a wrestling show, I win. So like, I was like, yeah, I'll keep it. I went 3-0 that day. I was like, oh, that can just stay at home. Only other time I wear it is to Christmas dinner.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Or if I have like a fancy formal dinner, like I'll wear my Ribera jacket.
Oh my god. Dang. Well,
Yeah.
hey, I'm hoping you're keeping that thing clean all the time.
Oh, it's in pristine condition, baby. It doesn't leave my sight. Like it does. Like it. Well, I mean, it does when I leave, but like it doesn't leave. Like yeah. Like I don't
Yeah, I
let
get
people
you.
touch it. Like people, I'm like
Nah, I get you.
stolen
All right.
valor, stolen valor.
So, before I move on to the next question, back to Japan. While you were in Japan, were you just there for business, just wrestling, 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 or did you get at least any time to go sightseeing or explore,
Oh
experience anything?
yeah, we did a lot. They Marvelous was very gracious in terms of allowing us to go do things. Um,
Mm,
I got to go to both Disneyland and Disney Sea. Uh, Shout out to my good friend Sukasa-san for helping us at Disney Sea. He's a great friend of myself and a lot of people in the Japanese wrestling community. And he's a lovely man. I love him to death. Um,
nice.
and he works at Disney Sea, so he's like, "Oh, come this date," and I was like, "Yes, we will."
Wow.
Um, I did a lot of sightseeing in Tokyo. Did a lot of temples just because it was very calming. The temples like
Yeah.
kind of like help you just like not like meditate necessarily. Like I don't really meditate, but I'm very much a like I believe in like spirits and like calming and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm into that
Like
stuff.
spiritual.
Yeah, I'm spiritual, but I'm not like crazy. I don't know. I don't know what the term would
No,
be
no, no,
for it, but like
no. I get what you're saying. It makes sense.
yeah. So I would love to go into like the temples, and then I am a huge like retro game nerd. Like I love vintage video games. So I would go to
Yeah.
like Akihabara and I would go like look for vintage video games or like go to an arcade and play games. Um,
Oh.
yeah, it was fun stuff like that. Or and like going to like Tokyo Tree to go see the giant Gundam. Which funnily enough, if you go see the giant Gundam in Tokyo, there's a building right there that's from the final. It's like the final. It's from the finals, like the big climax scene in the Digimon movie. There's like a it's
Oh
like
my
a
God.
tower with like two bridges, and then the guy was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, that's from the Digimon movie," and I was like, "Oh my god, you're right." um,
Yeah.
yeah, we ate a lot of food. I tried a lot of different things, like a lot of crazy stuff that you couldn't get in
I
America.
bet.
Horse is pretty good, I will say that.
Wait,
Um,
wait, wait, wait. Horse?
yeah, horse, raw horse.
I thought that was a Kazakhstan thing or something.
They do it in Japan as well. I wasn't a fan of the fat that came with it. Like it was like pieces of back fat. That did not really sit
Oh,
on my stomach, but the horse meat was very good. Kudos to the
I did
chef.
not know that. Dang.
Yeah.
And I thought my
Um,
I and I thought I had the wildest food experience in my Europe travel. Shit.
and we would also go to Totocon a lot. Like we would go shopping and like buy stuff a lot. But Totocon's like the big wrestling store. They knew us by first name basis when we walked in. Me and Levi, at least the second time we were there, because what we would
Uh-huh.
do is we would every night we would be sitting at the apartment after we like trained and did everything. We're watching some wrestling, and then we're like
Yeah.
Totocon restocked, and then everyone we would just go on Totocon's website and just look at everything, and like if there was something we had to have, we would just like buy it now, and then they would get like a reservation from us, and they'd be like, "Oh hi JJ, yes your reservation's here," and
Wow.
I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Um,
Dang. Do you have like one wrestling store you would recommend me to like look at if because like me and my brother we're really thinking about Japan.
yeah, if you go to Japan, you have to go to Totocon in terms of wrestling stores. It's the end all be all. Um,
Okay.
it's like damn near a museum. Like it's like a museum where you can purchase everything in it, and it's awesome.
Ooh,
um,
okay. Totocon, got it.
yeah, and it's easy to get to. It's right off of one of the train stations. It's like you'll literally look up and see it from the train station as you get off. It's super easy to
Okay.
get to, but you got to go there. Um, and then the rest of them, like Champion Tsutsumi, love them to death. They're
Hmm.
right by Tokyo Dome and Korakuen Hall. Um,
Oh,
they're
okay.
great too. They have a lot of like. They're a smaller shop, so there's a lot. Like if you're looking for like old VHS or DVD, that's going to be a really great spot to go, especially for programs. I got so many sick FMW programs from there.
Oh, that's
Um,
fucking cool.
and then for the one time, rest in peace, Chika Tojigo. They were my favorite bar over there because they would have a boxing ring in the basement with chain ropes, and
Oh,
I would go there every time, and they would like have like indie wrestling matches where it was just like backyarders doing crazy stuff, and they would let us come there and
oh,
party.
okay. Okay. I've heard because I had Alex Ace on my show, and he told me something similar. That's how he got his first match in Japan. I was like, whoa. Now I know
Yeah,
it's like
if it,
that.
because yeah, because it's probably Chikatojigo because there was a company called WEW that ran out of
Mhm.
there because I did some research. Because I also knew the owner, like me and the owner was just like, he's like, oh JJ, because everyone called me JJ over there because they didn't know how to say my name.
Yeah,
And I had JJ on my trunks, so they were just like, maybe JJ, okay, and I was like, yeah, I don't
you just
care,
stuck with it.
I don't care, like, um, but yeah, Chikatojigo, Hao Ming Mask, gotta go there. It's a small store, but it's an excellent boutique. And
Okay.
it's also like right in the Shibuya area, like right by Shibuya Crossing, so it's right next to a bunch of things that you can like that you should go to as well. Um,
Okay.
and then what
I
else
think
was there? Was there anything else like? Oh, there's yeah, you got to go to Dropkick Bar. It's in Shinjuku. Dropkick Bar. It's owned and operated by DDT Pro Wrestling.
oh shit.
Yeah, so like I went there and like you like DDT wrestlers work the bar and like you'll just walk in there and
Oh,
like they'll hang out there and like I tag teamed with a guy by the name of Mizuki Watase, current King
yeah.
of Freedom's tag team champion with Kasai Jun. But I don't know why I said his name right, but I said Watase is backward. But Watase-san was there one night and he was like, "Oh shit, like JJ!" Like because I had tag teamed with him on the Marvelous show the week before, so
Oh,
and a
okay.
bunch, and they like knew me because like people would like come up to me like, "Oh, you wrestler," and I'm like, "Yes," and then I would show them me wrestling Mao, and they would be like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah."
Yeah, that's insane. And well, I'm gonna keep those in mind because I do want to get some souvenirs. Because I only, when my aunt went to Japan, I gave her enough money to like get me another like a J League Japanese League soccer jersey, which
Oh yeah.
it's my big collection right here. And
Give me one
I was,
second. I have to go grab my phone charger. Hold that thought. I'll be right
oh
back.
yeah, 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 of
Give
course.
me 1 second. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
Oh, wait. All right, my apologies. We are getting
Phone was about to die.
yeah. My phone was about to die. I was like, "Ooh."
Oh, no, that I charged mine ahead of time before this.
Yeah, I think my battery's like getting a little weird on this phone, so I might have to look into that soon. So I think I might have a technological issue.
But so far everything's been good.
Good. So I wanted to make sure I was at least good for this.
You're good. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I I could talk more about asking about Japan, but I do want to stay focused on what I was going to ask next.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move on to your WrestleMania week you just had.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah.
you had a handful. Like, and I have to say, I need to bring up one. Well, actually, yeah, two that got me like, holy shit. Daisuke Sasaki in Pandemonium, and
Yep.
I was like, holy shit, you got the main person from DDT. I was like, that has got to be something you're like, wake me up. Is this true? Am I dreaming?
Yeah. So I love Pandemonium. Shout out to Heart Editing. Great guy. Love him to death. Uh, he sends me a message one day, and he just goes, "Hey," because what had happened was the matches all got put together because they put out an email saying, "Hey, if you want to be on a WrestleMania week show, send us an email."
Mhm.
Um, I didn't see that tweet, so I just messed up. So
Oh,
I didn't see it. So um, originally they were like, "Oh yeah, we got everybody," and I was like, "Oh yeah, my fault. Like I didn't see that tweet." Yeah, I'll just come and hang out anyway. Levi's gonna be there. Like I'm riding down with Levi. Like I'll be around if you need anything. And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then they get a message from him a week later, and he goes, "Hey, we got a singles match for you." And I was like, "Sweet, like against you?" And he goes, "Daisuke Sasaki, you cool with that?" And I was like, yeah." So he's like, "All right, yeah, cool, we'll do it." And I was like,
oh, and
"Sick."
dude, that was a great match though you put up, and hell, I was like, whoa, what the hell did I just watch? You
Yeah,
and you won that match.
I know. I did. I like went on. I went online and like looked at cage match. I was like, it says it right, right? I'm like, yeah, okay, cool.
Oh man. Okay. Before I move on to the next one, okay, I tend to not do research on anyone, so I don't try to look up cage match because like it's always inaccurate. And Alex again has told me, yeah, don't ever look at cage match. It's so inaccurate. They're missing a lot of my stuff.
Oh yeah, they are missing a lot of my stuff too, but the notable stuff is on there, and I'm like,
Close enough.
yeah, I'm like, the notable stuff's on there. I'm like, all right. Like it says I've wrestled here, 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 and here. It looked good to me.
And then
So,
okay, after that, um, I obviously did West Coast Pro, and I did catch up to it when they put it on YouTube. Great, it was a great show, by the way. I'll say that.
yep. We.
The one,
Oh, go ahead.
go
Sorry,
ahead.
sorry. Oh
No, no,
no.
you go ahead.
I love Seabass Finn. I was so happy to be able to tag team with him on that show. Um, and just I will never stop singing his praises. That's my brother from another mother. He just happens to be the one I love the most, who happens to live across the coast. Um, yeah, I love Seabass Finn, and just I'm glad we were able to show what we could do together once we are together.
Yeah, because I saw that immediately when me and my brother got to see you over at Big Time against Danny and Ricky in at Newark.
Oh yeah, you're one of the rare people who's seen both outings. That's impressive.
Yep. All right. Uh, okay, so this is the match I want to bring up. I freaked out when I saw it. Your match with Dimitri, and I was like, wait a minute, you're doing a full on death match. I know you've done like matches that involve weapons, but I didn't think a full on death match. Like, were you okay with doing a death match? Like, were you asking questions, or like, were you thinking like, okay, I don't want to do this, I can't do, I don't want to do that, but maybe I should try it? Or how did that go for you against Dimitri?
So that all right, this is gonna sound crazy, but I got that match came together as I was wrestling Daisuke Sasaki. So literally, I'm wrestling Daisuke Sasaki in the ring. Match ends, and I go through outside, and I see Biss, one of the guys from New Texas Pro, who also
Yeah,
helps run Death in the Family, which is like their death match offshoot, a lot of no ring death match. And he
yeah.
comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, we're thinking about doing a Death in the Family pop up event. You down?" And I'm like, "What day is it?" And they're like, "Saturday." At like, "What time?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm there." And then Dimitri comes into frame, and I love Dimitri to death. Like that is like a great human being, a great soul. And he goes, "You want to wrestle me?" And I was like, "Uh, uh, yeah." And then they're like, "All right, yeah, we'll do it." And I was like, "Sweet."
Oh,
And I'm sitting there,
yeah,
and I'm like,
because
I realized what I had agreed to, and
yeah,
um, I was just like, "Yeah, we're gonna go nuts!" Like, what a good way to blow off WrestleMania weekend. And
yeah,
like in the match, I was like, if we're gonna do this and we're main event, we got to go beyond Jameson Shook and Nathan Mowry, who are both great talents in their own right. I've actually been a big fan of
yeah.
Nathan Mowry's work for a minute. down with like the Blood and
Oh
Honey
yeah.
series, and is working like ICW. Um, so I was like, dang, we got to
Hmm.
go above and beyond that. So all right, and I'm with Dimitri Alexandrov, so I want to prove myself here and like see if I could if I'm going to be able to do this, if I can do it with him, then I could do it. I trust myself beyond that, and
Yeah.
like I'm still obviously got some little battle wounds and little battle scars from it still, even to this day.
Uh,
But
I bet with all those light tubes.
yeah, there was an awful lot of glass. There's another clip that didn't get posted on there where we busted about 20 tubes over each other's head. We just took a box, put it in the middle, started going back and forth, headbutting them into each
Oh
other.
shit.
Yeah, we got wicked with it. Yeah, it was a fever dream though, because I'd always all my favorite wrestlers growing up were deathmatch guys, and like Jun Kasai and Masashi Takeda. Those are like my one and two. Um, and I've always had an appreciation for the style. And
Yeah.
I've even though I get why it's not everyone's cup of tea, like I trust me, I get it. But my first match I watched was Mankind versus Undertaker Hell in a Cell. So like, I was kind of done wrong to begin with. Um,
Yeah.
But with that, it was like, okay, if I can do this with Dimitri, like that alone is going to be a confidence boost for me, regardless of how if I win or if I lose. And
Yeah.
also, I'm a crazy guy, man. I'm the sales crazy Cajun. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I got the opportunity to really get crazy, and I was like, absolutely. There's a bunch of people in this room who have no idea that I can do this, or have never seen me before, and don't think I
Yeah.
can do this. So
That's what I freaked out on too.
yep. And still went out there, no shirt, just in trunks, my normal wrestling gear, because if I'm showing up for a wrestling match, whether there's a ring or not, whether there's glass and bullshit, or
You're
if
gonna
it's a
show up
regular
as a
match,
wrestler still.
I'm going to show up as a wrestler. And that's what we did. Like, we genuinely
Yeah.
wrestled the first minute of that match. We were going back and forth, trading hold for hold. And then we both got
Yeah.
sick and tired of the bullshit because we knew what the crowd wanted. So we're like, all right, let's go grab chairs, start throwing them at each other. Let's get wild.
Oh,
So,
and would you still do a death match, or you're like,
yeah, I
oh,
would.
for real?
Yeah, I love the style and I want to explore more of it because, like I said, I do feel like it's definitely more of a niche style, but like it's
Yeah.
with any aspect of wrestling. It's like you got the catch wrestlers, you got the technician guys, you got the
Yeah.
power guys. Um, I like being a crazy man, and I don't have a lot of fear of anything. So, um,
No.
to do stuff like that in order to be able to work with people that I want to. But
Yeah.
in my mind, it's if I do a death match, it needs to be understood that it's a death match. But it's a but what was it? What is a death match? A death match is for short for like a death professional wrestling match. People forget the pro
It,
wrestling part in it, and we can still.
exactly.
And that's no hate to anybody. I'm not trying to be like, oh, this person.
Nah.
Like, I'm not that dude, bro. Like I'm not that guy. Like I'm here to uplift people. But
Yeah.
I think that like if we can use that as a way to start getting people more susceptible or open to the idea of deathmatch wrestling, I think that's the way to do it. But I would of course do another one, especially if I get to wrestle someone like Dimitri Alexandrov. Like, oh my god. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he's a great wrestler, but he's a crazy son of a bitch when he does a death match.
Yeah, we very much were like me and that man think very much alike. Is what I found out that day getting to wrestle him. I was like, we have a lot more in common than I even realized. And it's all about for
You
me
gotta.
too. It's like, oh, I'm sorry.
I was about to say you need to tell Scott to put at least one death match on West Coast Pro at least.
Oh, I'm the dude in his ear talking about it all the time. So because I want to do it up here sincerely. So
Oh,
hopefully one of these days. But that's also like you also have to deal with a lot of like zoning laws and like a lot of like actual
the
like
venues.
the venues, yeah, and like what people
Yeah,
are cool with and what not cool with. Like it gets
because
weird.
Lou Nixon I had from on my show from the UK, he told me that was something similar to like how it is over there in England.
Yeah,
It goes by just depends on if the venue's okay and what other commissions are. So
running in
yeah,
that area and everything. Yeah, so it's understood why it's only done in certain places, like because it makes sense just because of the way commissions and safety regulations, which is crazy because
yeah,
I would hope everyone follows their safety regulations. Death and the family took very good care of me and and their medical team. Um, but
it's
like
good.
it's kind of understood why, and like if you're I wish it had a bigger prominent scene here in the Bay Area, mostly because I
Thank
was a
you.
kid. I was a kid who wanted to watch Bay Area deathmatch wrestling, and it wasn't a thing um, outside of UGWA at the time. But I didn't know about UGWA in
Yeah, same here.
2007 or whatever, like 2008, nine. Like I didn't know. Sorry, um, but I was like, man, like this is cool stuff, and like I'm interested and I want to see more of it. But it's not a style
Yeah,
that I feel is represented very well, at least historically, in the Bay Area. I think now with like the internet and everything and people's having broader tastes and having broader horizons on things, I think
yeah,
more people are open to the idea. But then again, we're still fighting that preconceived notion, so it kind of depends. I don't know.
yeah. Because the only one I've seen so far that's done something deathmatch related has been Oasis, and that's
Yep.
the only one I've seen.
Yeah, and I don't think we're allowed back in that venue, but I could be wrong. I'm not Oasis office, so but I haven't seen them run a show there since. So I don't know unless they're saving it for their next one. But I did. They did.
Yeah,
I did talk to Journey and them about it. It was like, hey man, I do these deathmatch shit now too, and he's like, oh, let's go. So
uh,
hopefully one day
I
when
got.
Oasis does it again.
I really do should talk to them about seeing. You guys got to bring my friend Lou. He's never wrestled in Northern California. He's only wrestled Southern California. He's a
Lou
deathmatch
what?
guy, but he can. Lou Nixon.
Oh, I know Lou Nixon. Yeah, man. Yeah, Lou
Yeah,
Nixon's good
so
people, man.
he is. He's a really cool dude. Now we end up becoming friends now because like we talk from time to
Yeah,
time now. But
yeah, that dude's
he
cool,
told me
man.
something. He just told okay, sidetrack. He told me like he wants to go to Stockton to see the Diaz brothers, and I'm like, no, you do not want to go to Stockton.
Yeah, Stockton's a choice, bro. Like that's a like all respect to Lou Nixon. I ain't worried about Lou Nixon personally in Stockton, but Stockton's a choice to go to. Um,
Mm-hmm.
things get shisty over there, but
Oh shit.
because I'm from down there in Modesto a little bit, so um, I know what Stockton's on.
Dude, believe me, I live in Patterson, so
Oh yeah, yeah, you know what's going on.
I've known it my whole life. I don't need to be told that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like,
Uh,
man, like they got the stuff on yeah, Stockton. No, I'm cool, man. I'm cool. I don't know where I was going with that, but like, go
nah,
train
you're
with
good.
the Diaz brothers if you want to, though. That'd be sick. But like, just be cool in Stockton. Be
Oh, I told
respectful.
him that I just told him to like don't say anything to piss anyone off unless you want to get stabbed or shot at.
That is a place where that would be likely to happen. So, all
Exactly.
respect and love to Stockton, but
Yeah. Nah.
I mind dot my T or dot my I's and cross my T's very safely there. Get in, get out.
Oh, likewise. Whatever I need to do out there, I'm just gonna go in, take care of what I need to do, and then I'm leaving. Adios.
Yep.
Uh, so, okay. Yeah, we talked a lot about wrestling and also about travels. Let's switch a
Yep.
bit off topic from wrestling. So,
Sounds good.
outside of wrestling and your job, what do you do with your free time? Like, you must be enjoying your life a little bit. Like, what do you do to relax, calm down, or do you go out with like friends, family, anything like that?
Yeah. So, I'm a very like it kind of depends, depends really. I do listen to a lot of music. Like I'm a very big music guy. When I was
Oh,
getting my
okay.
degree, I was doing a lot of like music coverage and like music news. So I like listening to a bunch of different things. I'm one of those guys who's like, oh, I listen to everything, but it's like, no, I kind of do. Um, I've listened mostly to like faster paced metal. Um, I'm not
Oh,
really
okay.
good with the genres and everything nowadays. With like, I kind of just wrote that out in my head because I got more wrestling stuff to put in. Um,
Yeah.
but do that. I like cooking a lot too. Cooking's a big thing for me. I'm a Cajun boy, so we like throwing things in a pot and watching it simmer.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
if I'm outside, if I'm out there at my mom's house, we like going crabbing. Like going fishing a lot. And
Oh,
then if
okay.
I'm here in the Bay Area, you will see me around every once in a while. I like walking around and just kind of like being a funny little guy. But I'm
Yeah.
also big on like activeness. And then if I'm at home chilling, like, and I'll play like a lot of retro games. Excuse me. Like right now, I've been playing this game called Delta Force 2. It's like an old PC shooter game that I had as a
Oh,
kid.
I remember that.
Dude, I love that game. So, I've been playing that at the home, and then I love playing like just random video games. I'm also a huge Earth Defense Force fan, so I love the EDF games. Um, and then yeah, if I ever get the opportunity to, I like watching sports. You know, just regular sports and getting cool with that. But I give myself a rule. It's like, okay, if I'm watching sports and I'm getting like angry or irritated or about it, must be doing pretty good in life because I have a lot more things to worry about and direct this anger towards. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Like that. Like I'm just a goofy little guy. Like I like music a lot, cooking. I'm still interested in history, so I watch like a lot of old like history and cooking videos, like stuff like that on YouTube.
Oh, oh,
And
nice.
if I can go outside, or if I'm outside, I'm usually either walking around, or if I'm at my mom's house, I'm fishing. So,
Hey, that's what's up, dude.
yep.
Just something cool, chill, simple, and what you said about retro gaming. I was debating on rebuying a Game Boy Advance because when I
Ooh,
when I say my first time I ever had money, the first thing I ever bought was a Game Boy Advance, and the
good man.
first game I remembered, yeah, and my first game was the Tom and Jerry Magic Ring game
Mm-hmm.
and Mega Man.
Ooh, that's good shit. That's good shit,
Yeah,
baby.
but I want to buy it just so I can replay all the Pokemon games that I had.
Oh, just be good luck on buying those cartridges. Them cartridges are not cheap nowadays.
No, I've seen one they were going. I saw Emerald was going for 260 at a store. I'm like, I paid 35 for that when I first bought it.
Yeah, I paid $35 for a Sapphire when I bought it as a kid, and now it's like two. I'm like, nope. Like I will play it through other means,
No, when I
and I
brought
will
up
not
Game Boy,
disclose any further.
yeah, no, when I bring up Game Boy at my job with my coworkers, a kid that eavesdrops, they're like, "What is that?" And I'm
Yeah,
like, oh my God, you kids were not born. You did not grow up in a good era."
yeah. The Game Boy Advance has a lot of great games too. Because when I first got
Oh
mine,
hell yeah!
mine came with Metroid Fusion, and
Oh
that game is
cool.
amazing. And then I would play that, and I would play Pokemon, Um, and then I'd also play like the Yu-Gi-Oh games on there. They were like literally just duel simulators, but like I would lose my mind in those
Yeah,
like all the time.
I
Um,
would. It, did you play the Super Mario Bros?
yes, I did play those as well because I would go to like summer latchkey program or whatever. Like I get dropped off for the day, and like all the kids there,
Yeah,
including myself, would be like, "Hey, we have this GBA game. We have this GBA game. Like, go run it real quick. Like we could all play it while we're there."
yeah.
So
But dude, that's what's up. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we had a good era. I'll say
yeah.
that. I don't care what
Oh
anyone
yeah.
says.
Oh yeah, like I was alive and well during the PS2 era into the Xbox 360
Hell yeah.
era, and we're very good with like what I consider modern games is like I'm like okay, it's like stuff like that, and then I do like playing a lot of like I'll usually play like Super Nintendo games or like N64 or something like that, or like old PC games. I just
Yeah.
like older games for whatever reason.
No, I get you. It's like a memory right there, and I 100% agree. Like the only games I have right now is my PS4 and then my Nintendo Switch and my PS5.
Yep. I think the only game console I have in my room right now is an Xbox 360, and I have that just because I wanted to play Red
Oh
Dead
shit.
Redemption 1. Just because That game I
I
do lose myself in.
no, I keep my PS4 for all the Uncharted games and Kingdom Hearts games because I'm a mad Uncharted and Kingdom Hearts fan.
That's sick. Yeah, I love Kingdom. I never really got into Kingdom Hearts, mostly because the Disney stuff as
Oh,
a kid. The Disney stuff for me as a
yeah.
kid, it like flew over my head. Like like none of it registered. So I was like, but
Oh,
like
that's fine.
I think it's like Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best one, right?
I thought to me that was the best, but I personally like Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. That was my
Mm.
favorite Kingdom Hearts game.
Was that the one on the Game Boy?
That and they had it on PS2 as well. The game
That's
where
right.
you attack with cards. That was my favorite one.
Okay, yeah, because I've been telling myself like one thing now I'm like a little more mature and like I'm like okay I've been to Disneyland, like I now am familiar with Disney properties and everything, like because as a kid, like I'm
Yeah.
not joking, like I did not like watch Disney Channel growing up, like everything just flew over my head.
Oh,
I was like this is not for me and that's fine. It's for
yeah.
a lot of other people. But like now I actually
No.
want to go back and like replay it and like see the mechanics and just be like, oh, I could actually probably appreciate it more as like a video game than like
Yeah,
me thinking it's like a Disney tie-in.
of
Because
course.
I thought it was like
Not
a
fit.
Disney thing as a kid, and then like my homie started playing it, and I was like, like when I was watching it, I was like, this looks pretty sick. It just like I just
Yeah.
never when I was buying games, I just always ended up buying something else, and it just never
No,
lined up.
I get you. I get you. And the only I haven't even bought a new PS5 game because they're like mad fucking expensive. They're like what, 70, $80 now?
Yeah, like a lot of the reasons too, like I like the old stuff is like there was a lot of really good games that came out that none of us had the time to get around to playing. And
Exactly.
I love like for example, it's like the Ace Attorney games, like I think they're amazing. Um
Mhm.
and like going back and playing like 999 on the DS, which is like it's like literally a visual novel, but like the puzzles and like the storytelling in there
Uh,
is crazy.
I never had a DS.
Oh, I will say the DS is a very beautiful system as well. At least if you like RPGs, because like the
Uh,
RPGs on that system, I'm just like,
so like
yeah,
at that time when my mom wanted to get me and my brother a gaming console, it was either she gave us two choices. It was the DS or the Nintendo Wii,
oh
and
yeah.
we wanted the Wii instead.
So funnily enough, I had a Nintendo Wii growing up as a kid, but I won it out of the the block game where you go like this and stack it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I won a
but
Nintendo
the one
Wii
I
out of
got
that.
was the we were addicted to Wii Sports. That was a kick-ass game.
Yep, I loved Wii Sports, and then I had Smash Bros as a kid too. I wish I kept my Wii because like
Yeah,
when I got rid of it, like a lot of better cool games came out afterwards, and like all the homebrew
yeah,
stuff you could do with it, I was like, oh shit. But yeah, I had it like because I got it like when I won it, it was in like the little stacker machine where you stack the blocks up, and I got it, and it
mm,
was like, oh sweet, but it was like right when it came out, so it was just like Wii Sports, a bunch of shovelware, and then like Smash, and I was like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But
The only game I'm waiting is just
no, I'm saying like I wasn't mad though. I got a Nintendo Wii for $20, so I was like, I was like, right on, I'll take that.
lucky.
Yeah, very lucky. I think I
Right now,
used all my luck that day.
the only time I'm willing to spend a lot of money is when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out.
Oh yeah, no, that's the one for me too. Yeah, I adore Rockstar games in general.
Hell
Red Dead
yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 1 is probably my favorite video game of all time. Um, just overarching everything. Just I adore that. Like I beat that game the first time in two sittings. Like I got to Mexico, I went to sleep, and I woke up the next day and just sat there and just beat the game. Um,
Sounds like my
if
brother.
if you've played the game, you know what that means. And it's like I love Red Dead One. I think it's the best game that's ever come out, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, dude, there was just some bangers coming out at that time, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just
Oh man.
there's so
Whew.
much cool stuff that came out that like I never got to play. So I was like, well, let me just focus on playing it now because it's a lot cheaper than paying $80 for a game that's gonna have microtransactions and 3 DLCs. And I can get the whole game for like $10.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
All right. So yeah, the next thing I do, because now we're actually coming up to an hour and a half already.
sick.
So we yeah. So we are gonna move on to the two end segments of my show. But before we do that, I always like to ask the curiosity question before moving on. Okay, you being in wrestling, is your family supportive? Like, did they like that you're in wrestling, or they think you're nuts? Why are you doing this?
So it's a little bit of both. At first they
Oh,
were like, "Oh, so you're gonna be like a commentator, right?" And I was like, "No, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna wrestle." And they were like, "Well, like all this stuff," and I was like, "Okay." Um, so what I would do is I wouldn't tell them like anything coming up. I would just tell them once I confirmed it. So for example, it was like
mhm.
I called my family up. They're like, "Hey, how's everything going?" I'm like, "Cool, man. Just get ready to move to San Francisco." And they're like, "Wait, what?" Like I just wouldn't tell them like major life events, just so that way they could just be
Yeah,
like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, well that wrestling thing you said was stupid. Well, it's bringing me out to San Francisco." Um, and they were still a little bit leery on it. And then when I came home one day and they
mhm.
were like, "So, how's that wrestling thing going?" Trying to be all snarky. And I was like, "It's going pretty good, actually. I got 3 months in Japan coming up." And then once they heard that, they were like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm leaving the country for 3 months to go be a professional wrestler in Japan." And they were like, and I like no one, like everyone was just like, "What?" And I was just like, "Yeah, it's already all the paperwork's been done." And everyone just kind of sat there. They were like, "Well, damn, kid, all right." My dad and my mom have both been very supportive of it. My grandparents came around to it. They just they just don't like it when I do the deathmatch stuff. But my mom's
I
really
get
funny.
you.
She'll
I get
ask
him.
me about it. She'll ask me about it. She's like, "Was that your blood?" And I'm like, "Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Just know I'm safe and I'm okay. And we're talking right now."
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, because they're like, "Ooh, the glass and everything," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. That's why I did it because it looked cool." Um, but yeah, they're overall like supportive of it, and like I think what helps too is I do
hey,
shows in my grandparents' like local town in Benicia with Lucha Libre, and
yeah,
I wrestle there, and they kind of see they're like, "Oh dang, you're like kind of really good at this," and I was like, "Yeah," and like not every
hmm,
match is me getting slammed on glass or everything. Like a lot of it's like and they're like, "Okay,
yeah,
we get it now. We get it now." It's just very very athletic, and I was like, "Yes." And it's brought me around the world not
nice,
once but twice. So like they're just like, "Damn, all right, like we can't be mad at it. You're clearly going somewhere with it." So
exactly.
yeah, and I think like eventually they'll be elated when I stop wrestling, but that's never gonna happen. So um,
Nice.
yeah,
I get you. All right, cool. All right, so next thing I'm going to do is bring up my first end segment. It is the 4x4, which is four Mount Rushmores of wrestling. It's going to be male wrestler, female wrestler, matches, and then a random one of my choosing based on our talk.
sounds good. By
And
matches, can
the
I just verify one thing real quick? Sorry, I do like asking questions.
sure,
Matches, you mean like
sure,
match
okay,
types or just like individual matches?
individual matches.
Perfect. Just wanted to make sure my noggin is jogging.
Nah, you're good. And then, Judge, just to let you know, these are your personal picks, not what you think goes on there
Oh yeah,
and
I
what
don't do
means to
that.
you.
It's all personal. Yeah, you're gonna like this answer. Well, some
Okay,
people might.
nice.
um,
All right. So started off Mount Rushmore male wrestlers.
for me, Jun Kasai. Um, yeah, Jun Kasai's on there. Tracy Smothers. Um, Chris Hero and Atsushi Onita.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yours
that's
is the most
Onita's right
craziest
there,
male
baby.
Mount Rushmore I've gotten.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
yours is not filled with WWE guys at all. Yours
nope.
is the most interesting one I've ever gotten. Dude, like Jun Kasai, Onita, Hero, and then who was the other one?
Tracy Smothers. If
Wow.
you've never seen a Tracy Smothers match,
Oh,
you gotta
I know who he is.
watch him versus Sue Young. It's on YouTube. It's it's transcendental is all I'm gonna say. That it's a transcendental performance from both of them. Um,
Oh, I never seen that one. Is it on YouTube?
yes, it is. It's for free on YouTube, fully available. Just look up Tracy Smothers versus Sue Young. It'll be from like WrestleCon.
All right. I will look into that now.
Yep, and it's from NYC. And don't skip any of the pre-match promo. It's a masterclass from start to
Okay.
finish.
Okay. All right. I'll take it up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Your next one. Mount Rushmore of female wrestlers.
Yep, Chigusa Nagayo number one. Um, love you, Nagayo-san, but also that's like valid. Sarah Del Rey. Um,
Oh.
Megumi Kudo. Who else do I want to put on here? Oh yeah, Megumi, Sarah, Chigusa. There's so many fun options I could put on here.
Yeah, the fourth one gets everyone.
Yeah, there's ooh, I don't want to leave anyone off. Um, if it counts, Pimpinella Escarlata. If it doesn't count, um, I will go with Lufisto.
Oh, holy. Okay, I can. How about Pimpinella as an honorable mention,
Yeah,
or do you want
I just
you
really
want to?
love Pimpinella Escarlata, so I love her. So I just wanted to give her a shout out at least.
Okay. Hey, she's really funny in the ring. I'm gonna say that right now. I like her stuff.
Yo, so then it does count then. Yeah, it's she. She's a female wrestler. Yeah, it
I
counts.
I
Or is
I
it like
I think so. Or
I don't know like okay,
I
so
keep forgetting how the exotico thing. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I want to get into is like because it's like I don't know how to like if someone can tell us like please do like because I want to know how this is. I consider Pimpinella a girl because I love her to death, and that's if I'm wrong, please inform me. I want to be informed correctly on this, but I also just love Pimpinella Escarlata and Lufisto, so I just wanted to show respect to both of those women as well as Sarah Del Rey, Megumi Kudo, and Chigusa Nagayo.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
but yeah, if
you
we're
know what?
wrong, please let us
I will.
know. Like, inform us. Like, I'd rather be
Yeah.
right. We are
Hey,
allies. We are not enemies.
Jai. Yeah. Exactly. And you know what, Jai? How about this? You're the first one. I will allow 5 for that one, just because you gave
Thank you.
valid reason on that.
Yeah, Pimpy belongs on a Rushmore somewhere, and that one's gonna at
Yeah.
least be she's on mine.
Awesome. Okay, so this is the one that gets everyone. Your Mount Rushmore of matches.
Got it. Hayabusa and the Great Sasuke versus Minister Ganosuke and Tetsuhiro Kuroda, FMW Exploding Cage Time Bomb Deathmatch. That's on there. Masato Tanaka versus Mike Awesome, ECW One Night Stand 2005. Big Japan Pro Wrestling, Ryuji Ito versus Jun Kasai 2009. And then for number 4, I got to put it in there because it's awesome. Kobashi and Joe, Ring of Honor. I saw that also as a very young, impressionable
Oh,
kid, and like that did a lot of numbers for me.
holy shit. Yours has now been my favorite Mount Rushmore I've gotten so far. I love everybody else's, but yours is making me hyped up because I love Kobashi and Joe's match at Ring of Honor. I love Tanaka's and Austin's final match in ECW One Night Stand. And
Yep.
then Ito and Kasai in '09. That was an intense match, and I remember that one because I watched it on YouTube a bunch of times.
Yeah, it's considered Big Japan's best ever death match. I tend to agree. I think it's either that or Takeda and Ishikawa, and I think it was 2012 because they went nuts too. All love
Yeah,
to
they did.
Takeda and Ishikawa, but I like Ito and Kasai a little bit more. But that FMW Octagon Time Bomb Cage death match, like there was a music video of it when I first started getting into like hardcore wrestling, and then like that blew my mind, and it's like never left my head since a kid. Oh,
Wow.
also a special shout
Okay,
out to
and
Cage of Death 5. Cage of Death
Cage
5
of Death. Wait,
fucking rules.
which one is that one?
That's the one with New Jack. So that's the one where New Jack joins Team Messiah, and that's the one where like Lobo takes Dewey Donovan off the top. And like I think that's where like the cash flow happens where everyone gets disconnected. Um yeah, it's like um it's insanity. Oh, I'm sorry.
Uh, okay. Sorry about that. Something happened a little bit.
Oh, good. But yeah, just Cage of Death 5 rules. Oh, and I'll give one more shout out because the funniest match I've ever watched in a public setting was I was in a taqueria and they had ROH Honor Club on the TV and I was like, "Yo, what
Uh,
the fuck?"
oh,
And
oh,
then
wait, Jack. Can you hold on a sec? Sorry about that. Something happened.
all good. Gave me some B-roll. Um,
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me good?
yep, you're all good.
Okay. Sorry. I don't know. My earbuds died. It kind of messed with it a little bit, but I'm gonna probably edit it so I can get in one whole part.
Yep, sounds good. Yeah, don't even worry
Okay.
about it.
I appreciate it. Okay. So, okay. I did not know about that FMW match. I'm gonna look it up now. And honestly, can I bring up my Cage of Death match? I love. That's my favorite.
Yes,
And
please.
God rest his soul, Danny Havoc versus Sammy Callahan. That was my favorite Cage of Death of all time.
Rest in peace, Danny Havoc, man. Yeah, man, that match,
That was a brutal, brutal
brutal
match.
match. Yeah, I would when I would go
And
to Mr. Danger Steakhouse in Tokyo, I would always go sit underneath the Danny Havoc shirt. There's one up on the wall there, so
wow,
I'd always go sit under Danny Havoc shirt and be like, "Right on, man. Rest in peace, brother." Mm,
nice. All right,
yep.
here's the random one, and this one is like, okay, what is this gonna be? Okay, so I think about it when I interview everyone, what we
Hmm.
talk about the most. So, okay, this might get you. You gotta be like, fuck. Your Mount Rushmore, your random Mount Rushmore is the Mount Rushmore of Japanese wrestlers.
Oh God. Okay. Chigusa Nagayo. Um.
Oh shit.
mm, my personal. This is my personal one. This is my personal one. Just
Yeah.
making sure everyone else knows that I understand what's going on. But Nagayo-san. Um. I mean, Jun Kasai, obviously, I have to put on there. Onita, I would have to put on there. Unless I don't get repeats. Do I not get repeats? Because I felt like those three are repeats. I'll do
Now
four
you can
fresh
put
ones.
how whatever you want.
Okay, I'll give
Oh,
you
you can
I'll
put
give you
whoever
two
you want.
versions. Because you got me in a mix. Nagayo, Kasai, um Jesus, God, who else did I say? Onita. And then I would put in I mean, for me personally, Daisuke Sekimoto. I love Daisuke Sekimoto. If it's not them, then I would put Daisuke Sekimoto because that wouldn't be a repeat from the previous Mount Rushmores. I'd put her.
Yeah.
Dump Matsumoto. Um, or no, I would put her, Dump Matsumoto. Um, Jeez, this is a good question. Um, who else did a lot? The Great Kojika
Ooh.
and oh, that's so funny. I would put Tatsumi Fujinami on there.
Oh shit. All right.
Yeah,
Hey, you.
Fujinami.
This is why I put you for Japanese wrestlers because of how much you love Japanese wrestling.
No, thank you. Yeah, Fujinami, man, is just insane. So, just the gotta gotta
'Cause I
gotta give your respects to the OG, man.
exactly. And what's okay? What's funny? I want to sidetrack. When my last guest, Jordan Sampson, deathmatch guy from Australia,
Oh, love him. Great
I gave.
worker.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You would. So you do know who he is, then? I guess.
Yep, I followed Deathmatch Down Under.
Nice. When I brought him his random Mount Rushmore, I gave him the Mount Rushmore of Australian wrestlers, and he freaked out, saying like, "Don't do this to me, dude. My
Yeah.
Australian wrestling's is shit."
Oh man. Oh, there's some good cats that came out of Australia though. I mean, you got TMDK, you got like Tone Philippe, like Slex, like even though I think they both were
Rhea,
original TMDK, Rhea, everybody out of PWA, Lil Mars, shout out to Lil Mars.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, and he gave me his. I still remember it. It was he gave me Mad Dog, Cracker Jack, Joel Bateman, and some guy named Johnny Radnick. I need to look him up.
Yeah, that sounds about right though. Those are names that sounds Australian to me. Shout out to Joel Bateman, man. That guy's been killing shit.
And oh, you know what? I said it to Jordan earlier, and I'll leave it to you. So for anyone watching, spoiler alert: Joel Bateman will be coming on the show pretty soon.
Sick. That's what's up, man. That's good people right there. That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. Before anything happens, another glitch or something.
Yeah, no worries.
So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the last segment. It is 21 questions, and these are to pick your brain. All the questions are appropriate. Nothing stupid, fucked up. They're all quick fire answers, and you can give a reason to some of them if you like.
I'll stay with the quick fire theme and I'll explain everything at the end. Or if you give me a crazy reaction to something, then I'll explain.
All right. Okay. All right. Ready? Ready, dude?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Number one. What was your first car?
2001 Subaru Forester.
All right. Number two. What is your favorite movie of all time?
Snatch. Directed by Guy Ritchie. Amazing film.
All right. All right. Number three. What was your favorite cartoon as a kid?
Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Okay.
Great piece of business.
Uh, Number four. What is a trait you find a person repulsing?
Dishonesty.
True. Fair. All right. All right. Number five. What was your favorite subject in high school?
English class. All my
Ooh,
English teachers are
okay.
really dope.
Oh, nice. All right. Number six. What is your go-to fast food place?
Popeyes, baby. Come on now. But if it's available, I will go to a Long John Silver's. I'm crazy like that.
Oh, okay. All right, then you know what? I'm gonna add those two for the next question. Number seven. What is your order for both Popeyes and Long John Silver's?
Long John's, I just get me the little like cod box there. You know, you can go get yourself a little fish box. It's been such a hot minute. I can't even really tell you what's on the menu anymore because I haven't been there because I haven't
Yeah.
seen them. They're all closed down up here. I think the closest one's in like Stockton or something. But when I go to
Yeah.
Popeyes, I get me a 5-piece spicy tender combo, you know, with the blackened ranch, Cajun fries, and biscuit. And I usually eat the biscuit before I take a sip of my drink.
Okay. All right. All right. Number 8. What's the worst wrestling injury you've ever gotten?
Let me knock on wood before I answer this. I've gotten like a lot of strains and like sprains. Like I had a really bad
Ooh.
oblique sprain. My ankle got crushed in a match before, so I'd probably say it was that because I was on crutches for like 3 days.
Oof. Okay. All right.
Mm.
Number number 9. What is a dream country you wish to visit that is not wrestling related?
Ooh, I would love to go to. I would really love to go to China. Honestly, I have a lot of
Oh, okay.
good friends like China or Hong Kong, Singapore, even like Chongqing. This seems really cool. I grew up with a
Oh,
lot of my friends growing up were oh, okay, never mind. Sorry. A lot of my friends growing up were Cantonese, so I was around a lot of like mostly Cantonese culture, but um, I was
okay.
around that, so I've always been like really interested about Chinese culture.
All right. Number 11. What's what? This is another travel one. This okay. What's a country you wish to wrestle? Just to say you did it, other than Japan, since you already did it.
Mexico. Mexico is one I want to wrestle in. Like that, I just feel like it would be such like a different flavor than what I'm used to up here. And I feel like that'd be a cool one to be like, yo, I wrestled in like Aguas Calientes or something like that, you know? Like
Yeah.
um
All right.
or like La Ciudad. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool to wrestle in Mexico.
All right. Number 12. What is a TV show you're currently binge watching?
I don't watch TV shows, man. I'm weird. Like I don't watch any TV shows currently, so I apologize. Last one I did binge
It's
watch
okay.
though. I binge watched Jesus, I can't even remember. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to be like I don't know. I don't really watch TV shows like that, so I apologize.
Nah, you're good, dude. I understand. Okay. All right. Number 13. If you get hypothetical, yeah, I know you did death matches. What's the one weapon you're gonna be like? Fuck that! I ain't doing it.
Um, the one weapon I'd be like, fuck that, I ain't doing it. I'm trying to think of all the crazy shit I've seen over my time. Yeah, the meat hooks. You ever seen Zandig get put on meat hooks? Like, yeah, fuck that.
Oh,
Like, fuck that.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I did it
I'm
too, and I was
cool,
like,
bro.
no. Yeah.
That was like, I think
Okay.
Zandig did it and Schlack did it,
Yeah, he did.
which
They
I'm like,
did.
no thanks.
Nope. Yeah. Okay. Number 14. If you were able to go back in time and grab one thing from your childhood to bring it back in your current time now, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a great question. Um, it's a really good question. Jeez. I'd probably grab my Game Boy Advance SP just because of how much it meant to me as a kid. So I'd
Oh,
probably grab
okay.
that. Yep, I'd
All
have to
right.
grab that.
I gotcha. All right. Number 15. What is your favorite restaurant to go to?
Ooh. Um, chain wise, it would be In and Out because I love me some In and Out. That's
Yeah.
regional though. But if it's like actual like sit down restaurant, I mean, God, there's a spot in Louisiana. It's right on the bayou. You're seeing the gators right beneath you on the dock because you're sitting on the dock. All the drippings fall
Oh.
down through the pores of the wood. And the gators are there snapping it up. Man, it felt like paradise.
All
Forget where it's
right.
at though in
Okay.
Louisiana. It was somewhere off the beaten path. We just pulled up on it.
Oh, okay. I can take that. All right. All right. Number 16. Who's a wrestler that you love to hang out with before and after shows?
Oh my God. There's I can name 20 people. Most importantly, that
Like
would be
who should
Seabass
win?
Finn. Seabass Finn.
Oh, okay. All right. Awesome. All right, number 17. Uh what what match are you the least proud of?
There was a match. I ain't gonna get into no specifics, but let's just put it this way: there was a match that got thrown together at the very, very last second between four people,
Uh-huh.
and one of the guys, it was like his third or fourth ever match, and he got busted open in the middle of his forehead because he got hard weight on the
Ooh,
apron, and
yikes.
it was a trash fire that just wouldn't go out. So that was one I was like, I'm gonna make sure nobody ever sees that. It's buried
Oh
deep on
boy.
YouTube, and I won't bring it up. But it was mostly the guilt of being like, dang, it's his kid's like fourth ever match. He doesn't really know what's going on, and now he's bleeding out of his head and has to go get stitches. It's like, Jesus Christ, kid.
Yeah. Okay, no worries. You don't have to go into specifics on it then.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like,
Okay. Number 18. Since you've been to Japan, what is the one thing you miss in Japan?
oh man, I miss the ability to just focus on wrestling. That would be the one thing, because there's a lot of things going on here in America that you got to keep your mind and eyes on. But over there, it was
Yeah,
just like I could just be a wrestler.
exactly. Okay, fair. All right, three more. All right, number 19. Uh oh my god, well, I lost it. Oh wait, no. Now I remember. Okay, number 19. What was the one thing you didn't like in Japan?
Mm. I would say the one thing I didn't like in Japan, I would say, was how hot it was when I was there. Because I was
Oh
there in the middle of July, and it got to like 105 degrees with like 90% humidity, and it felt like Florida. And it was like really
oh
sticky, and like we were working out in that weather, and it would like damn near cause heat stroke. So like that was probably the worst part.
oh boy, I am gonna go back to that after the last question. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, number 20. All right, number 20. Uh, what is what's one video game that you loved as a kid, but you don't have it no more that you wish to have again?
Mm. Oh God. I would say my copies of Metal Slug 4 and 5 for the PS2. I adore Metal Slug 4. So I miss
Oh,
those games.
okay. All right, and final question. And you've been wrestling for about what, 6 years, right?
I'm in my 5th year professionally right now, is what I like to
Oh,
say.
fifth year. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you're all good.
Okay, okay. If you can go back to the day of your very first match that you debuted and give yourself one piece of advice, knowing everything you know now, what would it be?
Hit him harder.
Uh, oh, wait, what do you mean by that?
The guy I wrestled was a big enough boy. He could have taken a few extra shots.
Oh, okay. All right, got it. Oh
Yep.
shit, these are some good answers right there, John.
Yeah,
Damn.
you could have taken a few. You could have
You
taken
got
a few more. That's all I'm saying.
you got me with Ed and Eddie, and I was like, yeah.
Yep, we know ball around here.
Yeah. All right.
So,
Okay. I'm gonna get back to what you said. 90% humidity in Japan. That's wild. So I was in Albania.
oh,
The
yep,
first full day I was there, I was sweating in like 2 hours that quick, and I soaked my shirt.
yep,
And if you see a picture on my Instagram, that you're gonna see how soaked I was. And I go to a store, and one of the ladies, thank God she spoke English. She was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's so hot here. It's at 87 degrees." And it's like, where are you from?" I'm like, "California, U.S." "Do you get humidity?" "Not so much." "Okay, because our humidity in the summer is 80 to 90% humidity." I was like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
And and she felt so bad. She ended up grabbing a towel, like a cold towel, to put in the back of my neck. Let me
Yep.
sit in the store for a bit, and I ended up buying a soccer jersey from an Albanian league that they were selling. So I was like, yeah, souvenir right there, out of
Sweet.
nowhere. From
That's awesome,
yeah, but
man.
I learned my lesson. Don't go to Albania during the summer unless you can handle it.
Yeah, that makes sense, man. Good to know. Noted.
Yeah. All right. Well, uh, Jack, like, I don't know if you're busy right. You got anything going on right now or anything like that, but
Uh
I hope you had a good.
oh, I had a great time being on the show today. Thank you for having me. Only thing I got going on is where you can see me this upcoming month. May 1st will be at Big Time Wrestling in Newark at the Newark Pavilion.
Yep,
May 2nd will be
I'm gonna
at
be there,
Benicia. Thank you. I hope to see you there as well. I will see you there. I'll come dap you up. I'll be at Lucha
and
Libro. Looks good on you, baby. I'll be at Lucha Libro May 2nd, Benicia, California. May 9th, I'll be at Lucha Extreme in Fresno, California. Nelly is the headliner that day, so I'm going to wrestle and then go watch a Nelly performance. The following weekend, I'll be up in Reno, Nevada with Wild West Pro. Then the following week, I'm confirmed to be at Pro Wrestling Grind in Florence, Massachusetts. May 23rd, I'll
wow,
be wrestling Jay Freddy. He's very, very, very good talent. And then from there, we'll find out. So, and then you can also catch me at Pandemonium up in Portland, June 6th.
nice. All right, and then do you want? How about? Do you want to plug in your socials? How people can see your stuff
Oh,
or
yeah.
book you?
So, thank you. Yeah. So, if you want to check me out on Twitter or Instagram, my Twitter is just my name, Jiah Jewell, JIAHJEWELL. And if you want to find me on Instagram, it's just Crazy Cajun Jiah Jewell. So CrazyCajun JiahJewell. No spaces, underscores, none of that. It's just my name. You can check me out on West Coast Pro. I'm there more times than not, obviously. Check me out on just everything else, and then I'll usually pop up somewhere, someplace, somehow. So I'll be coming to y'all's area soon, wherever that may be.
Nice. And all right. Well, here you have it, folks. You heard it from the giant himself. You want to book him?
Please
Get
do.
him on. Get the crazy Cajun.
Yep, I'm gonna give you my best, and I'll be there before y'all. So I'm pretty good at getting there before the ring gets there. So that's a big proud thing of mine. I like doing that. So just putting that out in the world.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do my out. Okay, so next I'm gonna do my outro. So just hang tight after recording. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. So to everyone watching, and a big thanks to my guest, Jiah Jewell. This is Franco Maldonado. Oh crap! I didn't plug in my shit. My bad.
Yeah, go ahead,
Okay.
reshoot that, baby.
Yeah. So to everyone watching, if you want updates on who's coming on my show, I'm on Instagram at Wrestle Craze United _podcast. And to see all my podcasts, they're going to be uploaded on my YouTube channel, Wrestle Craze United Podcast. Give an episode a like and my channel to subscribe. So, to everyone watching anywhere in the world, again, big thanks to Jiah. This is Franco Maldonado saying later and peace out.
Day to roll the world, baby.